Welcome, dear friends. Today, we invite you on a journey into one of the most unforgettable stories ever told in the Bible. It is a story that has echoed through centuries, inspiring hope, courage, and unwavering faith. This is not just a tale of danger, it is a testimony of trust. A man faced with impossible odds, standing firm in his devotion to God, even when powerful rulers and jealous rivals sought to destroy him. Daniel, a faithful servant, was thrown into a pit filled with roaring, hungry lions. The darkness of the den seemed certain to be his end, yet what happened next was nothing short of miraculous. God's protection turned a place of terror into a stage for his power. The lion's jaws were shut, and Daniel emerged unharmed, proving that faith can overcome fear, and courage can silence danger. So sit back, open your heart, and prepare to witness this incredible animated adventure. Daniel's amazing survival in the lion's den. Our story begins in the mighty kingdom of Babylon. A land of dazzling palaces, towering walls, and kings who ruled with absolute power. The city bustled with merchants, soldiers, and nobles, its streets alive with wealth and wonder. Yet, in the midst of this grandeur lived a man whose strength did not come from riches or armies. His name was Daniel. Daniel was far from his homeland, taken to serve in a foreign court. But distance could not weaken his devotion. He loved God with all his heart, and every single day, morning, noon, and night, he bowed in prayer. His prayers were not empty rituals. They were the source of his courage, his wisdom, and his peace. While others trusted in idols or the power of kings, Daniel trusted in the living God. And because of this faith, Daniel stood out. He was respected for his honesty, admired for his wisdom, and chosen for important tasks in the kingdom. But his devotion also stirred jealousy and set the stage for a test that would change everything. King Darius, the mighty ruler of Babylon, was surrounded by advisors, governors, and nobles. Yet among them all, one man stood out, Daniel. Daniel's work was marked by honesty, respect, and excellence. He did not seek power for himself, nor did he bend the truth to please others. His wisdom came from God, and his integrity shone like a light in the royal court. Day after day, the king watched Daniel. He saw how Daniel treated people with fairness, how he solved problems with clarity, and how he carried himself with dignity. Soon, King Darius trusted Daniel more than any other leader in the land. At last, the king declared, "Daniel, you are faithful. You are wise. I will put you in charge over the whole kingdom." The court gasped. Daniel, a foreigner in Babylon, was now elevated above princes and governors. It was a moment of honor, but also the spark of jealousy. For while the king rejoiced in Daniel's faithfulness, others began to plot against him. But not everyone rejoiced at Daniel's rise. In the shadows of the palace, whispers began to spread among the jealous leaders. "Look at Daniel," they muttered. "The king favors him above us all. If he rules over us, our power will vanish." Their voices grew darker. "We must find a way to destroy him. We must bring him down." Yet their search for fault was in vain. Daniel was blameless. He had no secrets to hide, no lies to cover, no corruption to expose. His life was pure, his record spotless. The more they investigated, the angrier they became. Every attempt to trap him failed. Every scheme collapsed against his integrity. Finally, their jealousy twisted into desperation. "If we cannot find fault in Daniel himself," they whispered, "then we must use his faith against him. His devotion to God will be the very snare that brings him down." The jealous leaders searched day and night for a reason to accuse Daniel. But no matter how hard they tried, they found nothing. Daniel was faithful, honest, and pure. Then, at last, they realized the one thing Daniel would never change, his devotion to God. That was their chance. With wicked smiles, they gathered their plan and hurried to the throne room. Before the king, they bowed low and cried out, "O King Darius, live forever!" Their voices dripped with flattery as they continued, All the leaders of your kingdom have agreed on a new law. For 30 days, no one may pray to any god or man except you, O king. Whoever disobeys shall be thrown into the den of lions." The king, pleased by their words and unaware of their trap, nodded in agreement. He signed the decree, sealing it with his royal mark. The law was unchangeable. And with one stroke of the pen, Daniel's enemies believed they had secured his doom. "A new law? Tell me more," King Darius replies, his voice echoing through the grand hall. The jealous leaders bow low, their words dripping with flattery. "For 30 days, O king, no one may pray to any god or any human, only to you. And if anyone dares to break this law, they must be thrown into the lion's den." The king strokes his beard, pondering. To him, it sounds like a way to unite the kingdom, to strengthen loyalty, to make his throne secure. But he does not see the deception hidden beneath their honeyed words. Slowly, he nods. The royal seal is pressed onto the decree. The law is now unchangeable, written in stone. The leaders exchange sly glances. Their lips curl into wicked smiles. The trap is set. Daniel's faith, the very thing that makes him strong, will now be used against him. Daniel hears about the new law. He knows exactly what it means. He knows the danger waiting in the shadows, the lion's den. But Daniel also knows something far greater. Faith is stronger than fear. God is greater than kings and lions. So Daniel does not hide. He does not change his ways. He climbs the stairs to his room, just as he has always done. He opens his window wide, facing toward Jerusalem, the city of his fathers, the place of God's temple. The sunlight pours in, and the sounds of Babylon drift below. Yet Daniel's heart is fixed on heaven. He kneels down. His hands fold. His voice rises in prayer. "Lord, you are my strength. You are my protector. I trust in you." Outside, the jealous leaders watch. Their eyes narrow. Their trap has worked. Daniel's faith has led him straight into their snare. The jealous leaders, their eyes gleaming with triumph, rush straight to the throne. Breathless with excitement, they cry out, "O king! Daniel has broken your law. He prayed to his God." The words strike King Darius like a sword. His face falls. His heart grows heavy. He realizes, in that instant, that he has been deceived. "Daniel," the king whispers, sorrow in his voice. No. Daniel would never harm anyone. He is faithful, loyal, and true. But the law of the Medes and Persians is unchangeable. Once sealed, it cannot be undone, not even by the king himself. The jealous leaders smile, their trap complete. The king, torn between love for his trusted servant and the weight of his own decree, finally speaks. "Bring Daniel to me." His voice trembles. His heart is broken. For though he is the most powerful man in Babylon, he cannot save the one he values most. The sound of heavy footsteps echoes through the streets of Babylon. Armed guards march toward Daniel's home, their orders clear and unchangeable. They burst through the doorway, and the people watch in silence. But Daniel does not resist. He rises to his feet, calm and steady, his eyes filled not with fear but with faith. He walks forward with dignity, his trust resting fully in God. Chains may bind his hands, but his spirit remains unshaken. From the shadows, the jealous leaders watch with wicked delight. Their lips curl into cruel smiles as they whisper among themselves. It is over for him. Soon, the lions will feast. Yet even as they gloat, Daniel's calmness unsettles them. For while they see a man walking to his death, Daniel knows he is walking into the hands of his protector. At the palace, King Darius paces back and forth. He summons advisors, scrolls through decrees, and searches for loopholes, anything that might undo the law. But every attempt fails. The decree of the Medes and Persians cannot be changed. As the sun sinks low, casting long shadows across the golden halls, Daniel is brought before the king. The air is heavy with sorrow. The king's voice trembles as he speaks. "Daniel, you serve your God faithfully. I pray he will rescue you." Daniel bows his head with calm respect. His eyes shine with unshaken faith as he replies, "Your Majesty, my God is able to save." The king's hands tremble. His heart aches. He does not want this, yet the law binds him. Though he rules a vast empire, he cannot undo what has been sealed. And so, with anguish in his soul, King Darius gives the command. Daniel must be taken to the lion's den. The lion's den was a deep, dark pit. Inside, giant lions prowled restlessly, their growls echoing like thunder. The sound of their roaring shook the very ground beneath the guards' feet. With straining muscles, the guards rolled back the heavy stone cover. Daniel was lowered into the pit. From above, King Darius cried out, his voice trembling, "Daniel! May your God, whom you serve day and night, rescue you." The stone slid shut, sealing Daniel inside. Darkness surrounded him. But then, suddenly, a soft, radiant light filled the den. A heavenly figure appeared, an angel sent by God. "Do not be afraid, Daniel," the angel said. "The Lord has sent me to shut the lions' mouths." The lions, moments ago roaring fiercely, grew quiet. They lay down peacefully around Daniel, as if he were their companion. Daniel sat calmly, resting his back against a lion's warm fur. "Thank you, Lord. You are faithful," he whispered. While Daniel spent a peaceful night in the den, King Darius endured a sleepless night in the palace. He refused food, refused entertainment, and his mind was filled with worry. "Why did I sign that law?" "Daniel, my friend," he murmured, hoping desperately for a miracle. At dawn, as the first light touched the sky, the king ran to the lion's den. He ordered the stone removed and shouted, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to save you from the lions?" Silence hung in the air. Then, from the depths of the pit, a voice rang out. "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths. They have not harmed me, because I was found innocent in his sight." The king's face lit up with joy. "Pull Daniel out at once," he commanded. The guards lifted Daniel from the pit. He stood unharmed, no scratches, no wounds, not even dust on his clothes. King Darius now understood the truth. The jealous leaders had tricked him, driven by envy. With righteous anger, the king declared justice. "Take the men who plotted against Daniel and throw them into the lion's den." Before they even reach the bottom of the pit, the lions leap forward and overpower them. The kingdom sees the difference between the wicked and the faithful. Then King Darius writes a new decree. "In every part of my kingdom, people must fear and respect the God of Daniel. For he is the living God. He rescues. He performs miracles. He saved Daniel from the power of the lions. And Daniel continues to prosper, trusted by the king, protected by God." Daniel's story is more than history. It teaches us powerful lessons even today. Stay faithful to what is right, even when it's hard. Trust God, especially during scary or uncertain times. Envy and jealousy can destroy, so choose kindness instead. God is always with us, even in the lion's dens of life, problems, fear, attacks, or pressure. Courage grows when we put our faith in God. Wow! What an amazing story of courage, faith, and God's protection. Daniel's trust in God teaches us that no matter how big our lions may seem, we are never alone. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting and uplifting Bible stories. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new adventure with Daniel and other heroes of faith. Remember, with faith and courage, you too can overcome any challenge.